Alright, so we are in West Corona right now. I am running from Qeynos, or Qeynos, whatever you want to call it. I'm running from Qeynos to Freeport, or at least I'm trying to. This is probably the first time I've done this, in 20 years. And also the first time I've probably ever done this without a map. Is at least an in-game map. I've got a map pulled up here of West Corona, and I'm using that to try to navigate. And yeah, I can see why this area might be pretty dangerous. I wanted to level myself up at least to level 5, so I can use camouflage. That's probably also, you might be wondering why you can't see me. It's because I'm invisible and my character does not have see and biz. So we're quite literally invisible even to ourselves. So we're just following the road here. And we're gonna make our way to East Corona next. I thought starting as a human druid that things would be easier, but it might have actually been easier for me to start as a wood elf druid. Number one, for the population that's probably in Greater Fadark, as opposed to the population in Qeynos. So I was incredibly fortunate that stepping out of Surefall Glade for the first time, that there was literally like a level 60 necromancer who was just camping the guards outside of Surefall Glade, and he saw me just wandering around butt naked at level 1, and humans also can't see in the dark. So I was literally just stumbling around, and he was super nice. He walked up to me and he was like, "Hey man," he gave me 60 platinum, which was enough for me to buy almost a full set of leather gear for myself, which is why I have, like 131 AC. I was able to get myself a torch. He hooked me up. He was like, "Hey man, you're gonna love this game. Here's some platinum so you can try to get to where you need to go. I recommend going to North Qeynos and just camping the enemies outside by the guards, because they'll help protect you. You'll probably be good there till level 4. I actually stayed there until level 5. Oh, a bandit. Oh shit, okay. I actually stayed there until level 5 to make sure I could get camouflage. But because of the platinum that he gave me, I was able to, like I said, I was able to get myself basically a full set of leather gear, a whole bunch of bags. I was able to get all of my spells for level 1, level 5, and some at level 9. Got the important things like gate, camouflage, the healing spells, the damaging spells. Get myself some food so I don't run out on the run. Super nice guy. It was just cool. It was funny because he's an Ixar necromancer and he was like super friendly. I know some people are super into role playing, but he was much more like, hey man, have you played this before or no? When I told him it was my first character on green, he was like, oh shit. Here's some platinum and good luck. So all in all, I've had a pretty good experience on this server. But just everywhere I had read online, there was like 3 different paths that we can take to get to Freeport from here. And I think I'm probably going to end up taking the most dangerous one, which I might end up regretting, but it says if you have invisibility or camouflage, then it's really not going to be that big of a deal. The longest part is obviously just going to be running there. Would 100% have been better if I just made like a wood elf druid, and then I could have gone from like Greater Fae to Butcher Block, and from Butcher Block I could have just taken a boat. But for some reason I didn't remember what the boat travel was, and I thought you could just take a boat from Qeynos to Freeport. But no, there's no boat from Qeynos to Freeport, so it would literally just take me to Arunin. So we just get to be a peasant, and we get to run it. And also, this camouflage has legit lasted forever. This entire run so far. I just wish of everything I had Spirit of Wolf. Okay, so I think we just keep going straight here. And I think this is going to take us straight to Eastern Piranha. I do have to say, this is a humbling experience coming from live EverQuest. I think we should be hitting the zone line sometime soon. Yep. Should be... This is the last little pathway off right here, and it should be just right up here. It's going to be annoying when it gets dark, because humans literally have like the worst eyesight in the dark in this game. That's just another quality of life change that I didn't remember from this game. The guy that gave me the platinum was like, hey, you might have wanted to start as a halfling druid instead. Okay, we're in North Piranha now. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to have to make our way through North Piranha to Eastern Piranha. I thought it was literally just going to take us from west to east, but we're going to have to be super careful to make sure that we keep invisibility on. And I'm going to turn down sound just a little bit. Hey guys, I'm so surprised at the population here. There are a surprising number of people still playing this game. And so far, I have come across nothing but helpful people so far. A lot of people, let's see here, we just want to take this, yeah, we want to take this right here, I think. Okay, we're going to go this way. God, I hope I don't get lost here. Indeed. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get lost, yeah. I know it means nothing to you, Cody, but literally in this game, they modernized the game by introducing maps where you can see where you are. But this is the 1999 version, and there is no map. So... Also, you're up surprisingly early. Wooden Unicorn. Yes, this is the Wooden Unicorn version. I would stop to get coffee, but I'm afraid of dying at this point, so... It's gonna be have to be the next thing I do. No, I was just saying coffee is going to have to be the next thing I have to do. I would have stopped to get coffee already, but I'm afraid of dying. Man, just look at these graphics, though. Quality stuff, man. Yes, it's a bridge. But no, literally, this is 1999 graphics, man. I wasn't joking when I said that it's literally like base graphics. And it's even like, it lags whenever I try to get out of the window to look at my Internet Explorer on my other monitor. It lags. Those things are gonna fuck me up if I get too close. I'm a druid. I was starting originally on a necromancer. That was my first class that I kind of dabbled around with on this server, but druid was the first class that I ever mained in EverQuest, way back in like 2001, 2002. So I figured I would just stick with that. And druids are one of the two classes that can teleport people around the world, and you can use that to make money in this game. So I figured that was going to be another good way for me to try to make money once I get high enough level. Also, necromancers are pretty much just hated everywhere, except for 1 or 2 places. So it really limits what you can do. Fed Pancake, and now she is rubbing her face on the floor and rubbing around. Hey man, she's just happy. That's how I am after breakfast as well. Like I said, someday, man, you're just gonna look outside and Pancake's gonna be gone. And she's gonna be with me. And you would never know. It's gonna really suck if I end up dying and I have to try to make this run again. I'm not up as early as I was yesterday at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty fucking early. I mean, I feel like I get up pretty early most days. And that's earlier than that. So... Callie's blood sugar got up to 380 last night because her pump... Oh. Is she doing okay now? Did she call off work? Sit up to make sure she didn't get sick. That sucks, man. I hope she's doing better now. Yeah, I just woke her up every 30 minutes to check her. She is at work. Just slept shitty. Oh, wow. That's better than me. No die. Indeed, no die. I'm hoping I don't die here, Jesus Christ. But see how dark this is getting? Bruh. Stick close to the edge. What you also can't see, because humans are blind as a bat in this game, is if I turn too far to the edge, there's a huge, huge cliff drop. It's a cliff drop where if I fall, I'm just gonna die instantly. Good old EverQuest, where even the environment itself tries to kill you. You must become edgelord? Yes, indeed. Yes, I have to hover on the edge just enough so I don't die. Bruh. And the problem with the day-night cycle in this game is that it does take a little bit of time. It is... Oh, it's only 9 p.m. When did I get up? I got up at around 7 a.m. this morning. I just had to call my job and remind them that my doctor's note has me off today as well. I don't want them thinking that I'm just, like, not showing up. But normally I'll get up at, like, 5 or 6. But since for some reason, I kind of slept like shit last night, too. So I just slept until 7. This... on DOS, on Dance Tehran, on whatever it is, Zofran, this Zofran stuff, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. Like, I felt super gassy, but it did nothing. Like, I don't feel nauseous and I'm not coughing at all. But number one, it tastes nasty, but it also just, I feel like I really need to fart. But I can't. Oh shit. Where am I? Oh, that's just a weird graphic edge. Did you dissolve it? Oh god, that's another edge, I think. Okay. That's a true edge. Yes, this is definitely an edge. What zone am I in? East Corona. Bruh. I hope I'm going the right way. This is fucking scary. Yeah, I let it dissolve on my tongue. It just was not tasty by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, it's bitter. Am I just going backwards? This is annoying. That's 1999 for you? Yes, it is. This literally feels like those dice roll games. I don't know if you ever played those dice roll games back in the day where it was literally just text. Where it was like, you have an orc attacking you, what do you do? And you like dice roll something. But it's on the computer. It was like the bridge between D&D and actual computer games. But this literally kind of feels like that sometimes. Okay, so I kind of see the zone line. Oh shit, that's the edge. Okay, that's exactly kind of what this feels like right now. I knew I should have listened to people when they told me to pick like a halfling, because some of the races in this game have night vision, so they can see this just as clear as day. I think I'm going the right way now. But freaking humans, they can play almost any class, but because they just have like nerfed stats. It's just like real life. I think this is the right way. Reminds me of how intense I felt. Oh, dude, yeah. Final Fantasy 11. Yeah. Final Fantasy 11, yeah, was sadly something I never got to play back in the day, but I remember you guys talking about it. We made it. We made it. That's just one of the zones. Okay, let's see here. Oh, well, this is freaking awesome. I pass hold. FF11 was my favorite, minus OG WoW. I can totally get that, though. So this should be a semi-straight shot, I think. I just hope I don't die to one of the gnolls. Get it. Gnoll and Void. Wow. Get out, sir. Get out. Wow. Man, these guys are all redcon too, so if my camouflage drops, I'm just dead. Oh, light. I see the light. Boop, 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 boop. This is where it's gonna get bad. It's okay, I watch your failure. Thank you. You may watch it only if you promise to laugh when I die. The worst part is, you don't understand, is that they've redone these zones. Let's see here. Okay, so we're at the shop now, I think. Is they've redone these zones since then? Since a long time ago. So what I'm used to on live EverQuest is not this. So this zone looks entirely different. So, okay, Tiger's Roar, we're at the right place. Okay. So I have to rely on memory from 17 years ago to make this. Oh, okay. So we're at the good guys now. So these guys are good. So even if invisibility does drop, I shouldn't. Oh, okay. That's an orc. I'm trying to get to one of the most common zones on the server called Freeport. And morning, Pixel. How you doing? I'm trying to get to one of the most common zones in the game called Freeport. Because that's like where everybody kind of like gathers. And that's where I might be able to either get help for being a new player, or I'll be around people. Free wine. Okay, so this should be one of the easier parts. Getting my ass handed me trying to get through. HS? Do you mean like... Oh, Howling Stones. Oh my god, yeah. I thought you meant like high school at first. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't sound right. Okay, so this zone, especially at nighttime, is one of the worst zones that I can be in. High school is rough, lol. So at nighttime, this zone in particular spawns tons of very high-level enemies from like level 30 to level 50, and I'm level 5. They're all undead, so they can all see through invisibility as well. So this, if I die, it's probably going to be in this zone. So what I have to do is I have to hug this wall all the way down. So if there's going to be a time where I die, it's going to be now. And it's even more entertaining for me because, like I said, I have camouflage on and I can't see myself. So I just have to hope that this light right here is where I'm standing with my torch. I know this is super immersive gameplay. Oh god. Hug the wall, hug the wall. Okay, we're still along the wall. Alright, man, I'll see you in a second. So we're in Qeynos Woods now, for anybody who's just coming across this. I am making the run from Qeynos to Freeport. I am on a level 5 Druid. This is my first character on Green. Also, I think this is Rivervale right here. Yay! Okay, so we're still on the right track. This is Rivervale. Like I said, this is my first character on Green. So I am trying to make the run from Qeynos to Freeport. And so far, so good. No incidents. I was fortunate enough to come across a very friendly person who saw me coming out of Surefall Glade, basically butt naked with nothing. It was Ixar that was camping the guards outside of Surefall Glade. Watch for giants, lol. Yeah. Watch for any of these undead. This area is terrifying. But I was fortunate enough to come across a pretty friendly guy that gave me some platinum so I could buy some gear. No way I'm going to make it through this. I don't know. I think you might be surprised. I think I can do it. I'm surprised, like I said, that I've made it this far. Just believe, yeah. And the fact that I've done this with without being able to see myself because I'm invisible and without a map. And this is a run that I have not made in 20 years probably. I probably only ever made this run a couple of times back in the day, too. Strictly just because I played a druid, so once I got high enough level, I could just teleport myself anywhere. But once we make it through this zone, I think we'll be pretty much okay. Because the common lands areas, I'm pretty okay with. I just have to hope that there's not like a Cyclops up or a Griffin or something like that that's going to see through invis. I don't think they can, but... And at least the guards shouldn't be unfriendly. Oh, okay. We're getting close to the zone line. Hugging the wall. Oh. I think this is the zone line right here. Yes, awesome. Okay. We're pretty much through the hard part now. Because like I said, common lands, West Common Lands and East Common Lands, these are the easy areas to navigate. Like I said, I just have to hopefully not run across something that's see invis. So I think we should be okay. Now I think I just need to follow the pathway. Let's see here. Yep. The only thing I kind of regret not getting my spell to give myself like a globe of sunlight. Because that would help quite a bit with this, I think. Because this torch is nice, but it's not nearly enough. There's a couple of wandering zombies sometimes on the left of your path as you approach East Common Lands. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Won't kill you, but we'll break the invis, yeah. And we're coming up on some of the houses and stuff. A lot of people really weren't joking at just the sheer power difference between EverQuest Live and Project 1999. I feel, I guess, humbled is the best word. Also, fighting to get a single platinum, that's a different experience. Yeah, Pixel. That's pretty much it. It is as close to the classic version that you're gonna get. To the point of like where you're installing like the discs for titanium. It like some super flashbacks of all the original EverQuest stuff. Looks like I'll be eating crow. I think. Which way do I? Okay. Aha! The guards. Oh yeah, sense heading. That would be really smart if I was actually leveling that. That's another thing I completely forgot about. Let's see here. Sense heading. You have no idea which direction you're heading. Wow, if that's not accurate. Are we there yet? Old school hack is to bind sense heading as an alternate key to your left and right, so you're constantly mashing it until it's 200. That's a good point. To answer your question, are we there yet? No. But we're getting there. But are we there yet? I will turn this car around. Actually, I won't. That's too damn far. Hard pass. Could you imagine? We're getting there. I'm seeing other people too. There are 13 people in this zone. If I was smart, I would try to find a druid. Yes, but we're looking for a parking spot. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, we're here. We're just looking for a parking spot. Okay, so we've made it to East Common Lands. I'm standing and howling, not moving, waiting for a guildmate to come pick me up, trying to get into Sathir's tomb. Oh, yeah. Howling Stones is another place I have such little exposure to. I never spent too much time there. We are officially in the most popular zone on the server. There's 79 people here. I'm kind of curious if I should try to get someone to bind my soul here, so when I inevitably die, I respawn here. Yes, yeah. Can I get bound at the EC tunnel, I wonder? Or do I have to get bound, like, at Freeport? Freeport, okay. So the Freeport guards are friendly to Qeynos people, right? If I remember correctly, way back you have to bind in Freeport. Yep, there's probably someone there that can help. If not, you can ask OOC and East Corona. No, sorry, East Common Lands. Everyone loves a halfling, they're tasty. I am a human, surprisingly, for now. But that is true about halflings. I prefer gnomes, because you can at least kick them around. Totally fine too. That several people recommended that I should have done either a halfling. That I should have done a halfling, probably just a halfling or a wood elf. But I picked human because I'm a dumb. Oh, there it is. People! And I even avoided the undead. I made it the whole way by myself my first try. Totally didn't use a map or anything at all. Nope. Nice. A lot of corpses over here. So I guess if I need to get bound in Freeport, I should probably go do that. The original bazaar. It is, indeed. It's strange because I know on some servers back in the day, the popular area for, like, selling on a couple different servers was actually Kelethin and Greater Fadart, which is, I feel like, very out of the way. But for some reason, that used to be, like, the popular area in some zones. But East Commonlands, EC, is where I was always used to it being. It is nice to see this area without all the updated graphics as well. This tunnel was the place to be. Yep. It's really strange to see how popular this server is too. Because even when I hopped on like a couple hours ago, there were 500 or so people on Green. And last night when I was playing, there was over 1,000 people. I just wish I could afford some of this stuff. Like, all these items are selling for like 1,000 or 2,000. And I have a whole fat 2 platinum to my name. I just get to start broke as a joke. It's okay. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find somebody to find me in Freeport. See if there's anybody there. And the nice thing is it's finally almost daytime, so I can actually see. Go punch a puma. I don't think they would appreciate that, seeing as I'm level 5. I would probably just get slapped around a little bit. That just seems like not a good time right now. Look at that. Damage 50, delay 60. Ugh. I'm gonna be happy when I can actually replace my club, though. Insert Puma Pants joke. Aren't there wisps that float around there, too? There are. There's lots of wisps that spawn both in EC and WC. I think most of the wisps I remember back in the day spawned in West Commonlands. But at least with the sheer number of people here, I'll probably be more likely to find people to group with. I haven't been in that area forever. Exactly. Look at this. This is the Freeport that I miss. And you got Ping Fuzzle Cutter right here with his Ping Fuzzle Cutter Formula 5000. This is an enduring drink. See, this used to be the stuff that people would keep on their character at all times, because you don't burn through it like just regular water flasks. Okay, let's see if we can find someone to bind my soul here. Yeah, 100% memories. You got the hidden passageways over here as well for Freeport. Can anyone bind my soul here, please? But yeah, this is the Freeport that I miss right here. Let's turn on some, like, the environmental sounds. Okay, these guys are apprehensive, which is kind of scary. but it's a lot of corpses. Boomba the Big. See, he's amiable to me, which is shocking considering he's an ogre. But he's a businessman. Look, gnome pickles, human pickles, halfling pickles, orc pickles. You got a little something for everybody, I guess. So we might have to go back to East Common Lands and see if we can find someone to bind our soul here. See, it's so much easier to navigate this Freeport than it is the new Freeport that they made in the game. Even after not being here for 20 years, I bet I can still navigate it. You can always check North Freeport too. Someone making my... Ooh, okay. But EC is just as good as a bet. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to EC and just see if there's somebody who's gonna be super nice. I mean, I could donate my whole 2 platinum that I have for it, but I'm sure that's not gonna do somebody any good. My goal is to get high enough level that I can teleport people for platinum, and after I've done that for a little bit and I get high enough level, probably around level 50 or so, or maybe even level 40, we could probably start soloing some of the giants and Wraith Mountains. Because giants are going to be a really good area for me to get some platinum. I remember back in the day, they used to drop like 30 and 40 platinum a pop. But for now, we're just going to have to be broke as a joke. Hey, thanks for the sub, Tactical. Thank you. That's very kind. I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around. Let's see here if anybody can... anyone please bind my soul in Freeport? Just ran from... have to do it. I just said, can anybody please bind my soul in Freeport? I just ran from Qeynos and I don't want to have to do it again. But yeah, thanks again for the sub. I really appreciate it. EverQuest is something I'm steadily falling in love with again, so... I've been playing on live for quite some time, about like the last 3 years, but I think P99 is going to be something that ends up becoming a new home. Like I said, more than anything, it is a humbling experience coming from being super overpowered to a peasant. Starting Call of the Forsaken mission soon. Nice. You've got a ways to go then, too. Looking forward to seeing your P99 journey. Hope you make it to level cap. I hope so, too. I think I'll be able to. It's just going to take some time commitment. For the passive AAs. Yep. Yeah, Call of the Forsaken and a lot of those missions going forward, you're going to start getting some very useful alternate AAs. Stuff that increases level cap, not level cap, but like hit point cap, mana cap, gives you a bang load of AAs. So... no luck yet on anybody offering to bind my soul. Let's see here. It is really cool to see the sheer number of people here and all the stuff that's like being sold for. Nice. Someone's gonna bind my soul. Head to West Freeport. Got it. Stuff like Ixar hide cape. 10 copper. Yeah, I got 9 copper, 11 silver, 10 gold, and 1 platinum. As you can tell, I'm kind of rich for a level 5, you know? At this point, I can afford a couple extra spells if I have to. Like I said, I was fortunate enough when that guy gave me 60 platinum, so I could even get, like, this leather gear. Ooh, Cloak of Crystalline Waters. That would be badass. 50 mana with haste on it. Alright, Cody, have a good one, man. I'll hit you up in a little bit. We can probably get some Dark Tide or something in a little bit later. She's gonna bind me at gates. Nice. Awesome. See if she takes my my money. Okay, so originally I had that stuff blocking my chat and everything. Oh my god. Oh, okay. She just gave me 50 platinum and a whole bunch of buffs now. Originally I had it all blocking my chat and everything from the other EverQuest streams, but I guess it's really not necessary here. Here, let's see here. We can move that over here. There we go. Yeah, I had it blocking my like my chats and everything in like live EverQuest, but I guess it's really not necessary here. I just know some people like to keep their anonymity, whatever you want to call it, whenever they're messaging me. But here it doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. That is awesome. Yeah, she just hooked me up with another 50 platinum, and she bound my soul here, so I think we're ready to party, corpse all. Oh, she just charmed Dark Elf. That's intense. I have no idea what she's doing, but anywho's, so let's go put this money in the bank, because I don't really feel comfortable carrying around 50 platinum. Now, Does anybody remember which Freeport has the bank in it? Freeport. North Freeport? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, let's go put this money in the bank so we can save it for a rainy day. Because 50 platinum's not really going to do me too much good right now. There's not anything an additional I can buy with that that's going to be helpful. Oh, thanks for the raid, Bullet Ride. Thank you. Welcome in, y'all. I am playing Project 1999 Green. This is my first character on the server. So, yeah, welcome in. Let's see. That's definitely your stress-free spell money, for which, yes, exactly. Hey, how's it going, Bullet? Thanks, y'all, for stopping by. Freeport office of the is it this way? Stress-free money. Indeed, it is stress-free money. God, I don't... I thought I was going to remember more of these areas, but this is going to be an experience all in itself. So let's look up North Freeport. Let's see here. Freeport. Thanks for the follow, Bullet. You just started yourself as well? Yeah. I mean, I would say P99 seems like it's going to be a good place to stick around for a while, so I think we're going to have some fun with it. Let's see here. East Freeport. Where do we look at? Oh. North Freeport. Okay, let's find the bank. Where's the bank? Bank number 15. Okay, I think we got to go this way. Hate to run, but work. Hey, thanks for the raid and stopping by and the follow. I appreciate it. Have a good day at work. Okay, let's see here. All right, so we're gonna go this way. I remember where we're going now. Happy hunting, thank you. The Jade, yep, the Jade Tiger's Den. So on my server, on Saren, way back in the day, this was where all the trading went down. God, thank you. This is where all the trading went down. Freeport was like the place for trading on my server back in the day. So people would come through here, and all the sales took place here in the back. This was like the popular area to buy and sell and trade. Which was funny because I think it was meant particularly to keep evil races out. But of course it didn't work, so you had all the evil races coming through and they were just completely destroying these guards. They'd kill all the guards and keep them dead pretty much all the time. Yeah, here we go. Let's put the platinum in the bank. We're gonna keep at least one platinum with us in case we need to buy something out in the world, but the rest of that's gonna be in the bank. One of my earliest memories of this game was watching a warrior with his epic. Because the warrior epic, you had like the two one-handers, or you could combine it in the two-hander. He had the two primary, the primary and secondary epic, and he was in here killing the guards, and I just remember thinking how insane it was watching somebody beat up the guards that are like level 50. And he was just soloing them like it was nothing. Alright, so we got our bind, so we don't have to make that crazy run again. I guess now we can just go back to killing stuff. Oh, this is not where I wanted to go. Oh, I think I took the wrong zone line. We're gonna go back. Oh yeah, I took the... Yep. I just realized there's no Crescent Reach there. Yeah. Crescent Reach is a much later expansion. So there's not really any tutorial area. And P99, you literally start at like a city, and you're usually kind of stuck there unless you have someone who takes you and guides you. Or if you're just a boss and you remember how to run through the areas. It was a blast from the past, because I remember way back in the day, whenever me and my brother first started playing, we would print off the maps of the zones, and you just start to get a really good idea of where you were in the zone looking at the map. All these old school maps that look like they were drawn with colored pencil. Okay, cool. We are back here. I think you can import the map and packs into P99 now. Nice. That must have been a recent change. Because when I was looking at map packs and stuff, there were people talking about players getting banned for using map packs. That'd be cool if that was something they changed. If they actually changed that, then that will probably be one of the first things I'll change. I want to get like a redone UI as well. Because I still like the spell icons and everything, so I want to keep that. But there are some UI changes I've seen that look pretty good. Alright, so... we're here, so I guess we can actually just find some stuff to kill. Oh no, a quick Google looks like I'm just dreaming up that memory. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I thought that was something that I remember seeing people talk about it, where they were like, oh, well, like, I've got it set up so you can use the map packs for P99, and people are saying, like, that will get you banned. Getting lost as a feature in EverQuest, it damn sure is. It is a major feature. That lady that bound my soul, she gave me some crazy mana buffs, so I think we're going to be good for a little bit too. We're in such a good spot for leveling as well. We're regenerating mana like faster than I can spend it. Come on. Come on. We can hit him for like 2 damage. Let's go. I remember one of the easiest ways to make a living, at least back in the day, used to be collecting bone chips. I wonder if there's still people that buy and sell bone chips for necromancers and shadow knights. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, okay, so I forgot as a druid, wildlife is ally to you. So the pumas and stuff aren't really going to attack me. The orcs, however, they will. Oh shit. Is that Sergeant Slate? It's Sergeant Slate. Nice. High quality bearskin is good platinum. Yes, it is. I'm sure that would be good platinum. That's another good thing to keep track of. So we can kill some bears. Maybe we can farm some stuff that way. I don't know if we're going to do any trade skill stuff. But we can at least buy and sell the high quality stuff that we come across. And spider silks, that was another good thing. Nice. This is so nostalgic, though. I'm really glad that I made that run from Qeynos to Freeport. Because Qeynos was cool and everything, but there was just so few people that it felt kind of deserted. But at least here, there's going to be plenty of people. And for those of you who are coming in, this is my first character on P99 Green. This is not going to be a hardcore stream. This is not going to be like an all solo stream. I'm just trying to experience everything this server has to offer. So we're going to be grouping. Ruined bear pelt. We're going to be doing some grouping if I can find it. Hopefully finding a guild of people to hang out with. Ooh, undead. Oh, he's yellow. He's red. Never mind. Yeah, I'm hoping to experience pretty much everything the server has to offer. At least kind of dip my toes in to the community. It's a whole lot of undead over there. Just a regular skeleton. The targeting in this game is also kind of confusing sometimes. I'll be like clearly clicking away from my character, but it thinks I'm trying to inspect my character. Can we turn off inspecting, I wonder? Toggle inspect off. There we go. Some of this stuff, though, these items, let's see here. You can bind a key to target the nearest NPC. Ooh. Maybe it is tab. No. So tab just targets myself, it looks like. I might have to bind a key separate so it targets the nearest enemy instead. That's a good idea. I'm trying to think of the quickest way. Always was tab. Yeah. Yeah, the defaults are pretty funky. Let's see here. So... movement. Target. So target myself. There's the F keys. Toggle target and myself tab. So it is tab currently. I guess we could do this. No, that's the same thing. Target nearest NPC is F8. That is so weird. Let's do... cycle through nearest NPCs is the one that you want. Ha 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 ha. Cycle through nearest. That's what we want. There we go. Okay, I like that. There we go. That is a big help. Thank you. Massive help. Yeah, the basic targeting commands in this game have always been kind of weird. Toggle last two targets is also a nice bind to have when you overshoot. You need to quickly flip between two targets. That's going to be really helpful. The cycling through NPCs as well, because eventually I want to get to the point where I'm quad kiting, because that used to be something I used to do a lot on my druid back in the day. Quad kiting, snaring stuff and dotting it down and just running in circles. So that's going to be super helpful. Because trying to just like target with the mouse is not going to be helpful once enemies are stacked on top of each other. Nice. No, we're not going to mess with the will-o-wisp. This is great though. You'd be surprised just how many EQ players still use their mouse to target mobs. Let's put it this way, up until you just told me that, I was one of them. Because I'm used to like live EverQuest servers where it's not really that big of a deal anyways. But with P99, it's definitely gonna be helpful. Oh, this might be bad. This thing has got some hit points. Come on, Gift of Mana, or Gift of Pure Thought. This dude hits like a truck. Oh, this is gonna be bad. We're about to have our first death. Oh, I am so happy I bound my soul over here. Okay, so note to self. Yellow con enemies are not the way to go right now. That is death number 1 on this character. There's some situations where a mouse click is actually preferred because keybind targeting sometimes doesn't pick up the mob if it's somewhat obscured by a wall or whatever. That makes sense too. That's like 5% of the time, yeah. I remember, I don't know if it's still a thing, but I remember back in the day, if you like shrink yourself, if you were a gnome, some people can target enemies through walls because you can literally like step into the wall and you can see through it. Because I remember I used to do that a lot when I was in like Castle Mistmore, especially. Mistmore was like the best place to do that. Famous gnome tech, yep. But yeah, I used to do that in Mistmore a lot because you could shrink yourself and then you'd just be like looking through a wall and you could target enemies through the wall. It's a good way for pulling too. And this is something I'm definitely not accustomed to. A corpse run. I haven't had a corpse run in let's see here. When is it when they actually removed corpse runs? I think it was like Omens of War or Depths of Dark Hollow that they removed corpse runs. I can't remember. But it's been a long time. I think we were over here somewhere. Target corpse. Not sure when they added lobby summons. I'm pretty sure it was like Depths of Dark Hollow. Is that it? There it is. We got our first death and our first corpse run. And at least the experience loss isn't drastic enough to warrant going around asking for a res either. But however, we did lose our fantastic buff. So it's back to fighting blue con enemies for now. Oh, and we lost all of our spells. No. Alright. Time for me to run back to the safety of the tunnel so I can mim some spells. The amount of time I remember spending in this zone way back in the day, it's just insane. Did I run past the tunnel? I think I did. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Common Lens had a way of knocking you down a few pegs. It does. It really does. It also makes me feel really poor. Seeing all this stuff being sold for ridiculous amounts of platinum. Like people selling handmade backpacks for 50 platinum each. Adamantine Club. Between strafing lions, griffins, and the one dark elf bonking you on the head out of nowhere. Yep. Let's put our spells back in. And I don't remember, do I actually have to click meditate for my meditate to start working? Or is that something they changed? Because I remember back in the day, that was something that they took out. But who knows now? Should have been disabled even on P99. Wow, that's kind of surprising. You get meditate at level 8, by the way. Ah, it doesn't even matter right now. Good to know. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. Root. And one thing that was a shock that I completely forgot about was that you don't get spells every level anymore. You get spells at like 1, 5, and 9. Because both blue and green have received all relevant patches, there is no longer a need to open the book and press the meditate button, as long as the meditate skill... Oh! Well, that's good to know. So they've got it there just for the nostalgia, but you don't need to press it. Good to know, good to know. I guess we can probably add Cure Poison here just in case. That's going to be helpful. Alright. We got our spells. We can rebuff ourselves. I really just don't remember what the best option to try to make money here is. I guess at low levels is what I'm looking for. I know eventually I'll be able to teleport for money. Unfortunately, that little book beneath the spell column doesn't allow for memorizing spell sets. Yeah. I remember that's something they added much later into the game. And I mean, now even in live EverQuest, whenever you die, you don't forget your spells or anything. It's still all right there. That's one quality of life I wish they'd put in. Yeah. I can agree to that too. Let's see here. Oh, you're holding the weapon. I want the weapon so I can sell it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Spell sets were a proper godsend. They really were. Well, especially once you end up getting like a 5th or like a 9th and 10th spell that you can memorize. Oh shit, that's a griffin. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. It's another weapon that I can sell. You could have partial sets as well that would overlap the currently loaded set for specialization, like, oh, yep. I remember whenever they added, like, bandoliers as well, so you could have weapon sets set aside like spell sets as well. That was a cool thing they added for bards, because, like, that way bards could switch in and out of, like, their instrument and their weapons while they're doing songs. Bandolier plus melody, yep. Back in the day, on my rogue, it was good because I would use it to literally cycle to and from, like 2 swords and a dagger for backstab. Used to play Bard. Nice. Bard is probably one of the classes I have the least amount of exposure to. I've got nothing against it, I just never really played it. At least when it was relevant. The corpse. Ruined bear pelt. They pick up around Omens of War. Yeah. It's the same thing for, I would say, Berserkers back in the day, whenever they were introduced with Gates of Discord. And by pick up, I mean become gods. Some classes, for sure, really started coming into their own around like Gates of Discord and Omens of War. They actually developed like a personality with their class and a playstyle that wasn't just auto attack. I still gotta say, my all-time favorite class is still gonna be Rogue. Druid was the first class that I sunk the amount of time into, but Rogue was the one that I had the most fun with. Because I feel like they actually start coming into their own for damage around Planes of Power. How people played before Fading Memories as a fallback is beyond me. Yeah. Yeah, Fading Memories or Memory Blur or Escape for Rogues. And it's funny because a lot of people, everyone who plays on P99 has a whole different perspective of the game than what is current EverQuest. Because on live EverQuest now, at like level 120, all classes have some sort of memory blur. All classes have some sort of, like, forget, like, de-aggro for enemies. It is a whole different experience coming from live EverQuest to P99. Live is a bit crazy, yeah. Now, like, on my rogue, I've got, like, 8 hot bars, a whole bunch of different abilities. I think it's level 14 that I get Spirit of Wolf. That is what I really need to work to. I really need to find a group, I think, because this, like, one little enemy at a time thing is gonna take quite a while. It wasn't until a few months ago that I learned you get AA assigned to you automatically depending on your level, and up to the last expansion for free. Yeah, on live EverQuest now, you get auto-granted AAs up to level 115, I think. And whenever the newest expansion comes out in December and increases the cap to 125, you'll get auto-granted AAs up to Laws of Vishan, I think. So you'll get like the last bit of 115 AAs. It is kind of insane. I get why they had to put it in, but it's wild. It is. Because if you think about it, the amount of time that it takes to level and get AAs these days, if every character had to stop and grind AAs in addition to leveling now, I can't possibly imagine how long it would take. Granted, you get AAs really fast now, because like in current endgame, my character, like my rogue will get an AA, like an AA and a half, like every kill. And if you pull 10 mobs at a time, you're getting like 9 and 10 AAs at a time. So don't get me wrong, you get them kind of fast, but I just can't imagine getting, 50,000 AAs from start to finish. And that's another thing I'm kind of happy about with this server. AAs aren't even a thing. So once I get to level cap, I can actually, develop a character. I can work on trade skills, or I can work on just gearing myself out. I can work on epics. What expansion is this server on? It goes up to Valius. And I don't think it's ever going to go past. From my understanding, they are literally going to stop at Valius forever. And Valius was only a recent add as well. Because they were on Kunark for a really long time. And that's one of the things that attracted me to it, is there is actually a way to win at the game. Unless Daybreak relaxes their iron grip on their IP, Luckland will never happen. See, I didn't know that was one of the things that was preventing it. I thought the developers of the server just simply didn't like anything past Valius. But even the fact that before Daybreak was sold a couple years ago, whenever they actually put out a statement actually endorsing P99, I thought that was one of the most shocking things. I'm at like a weird spot now where a lot. Oh, we're encumbered. I didn't realize that. I'm at like a weird spot now with my level where there are a lot of stuff that's green and it gives me basically no experience. And there's a lot of stuff that's white and yellow that would just kick my butt. Isn't the best zone to level in. I'll have to find something else for sure. And those picks weigh like 10 pounds. And it's also baffling because money weighs, like has weight in this game. At least this version of the game. I remember when that was changed. Oh, I'm really close to the zone. Whoops. Man, some of these items would be insane to have. I just can't wait to replace this basic club that I'm using. We're at kind of a dangerous point now. We're going to have to be pretty careful. I'm looking for the tunnel now. This character is so blind, it hurts. Druid melee DPS drops off a cliff after level 15 or so. Yeah. Level 15 will be the point where I'll actually have to start being a big boy and using spells to kill everything. It's nice to be able to do some damage while you're out of mana. Yes, it is. Oh, here we go. The fungi staff. Fungi covered great staff. That would be badass to have. The wisdom, the intelligence, the fungal regrowth on it. Everyone's favorite, yep. The fungi staff and the fungi tunic. It's crazy to see this stuff has different stats on it than live as well. I don't remember these items ever having these stats. This must have been even before my time as well. Somebody asking for ultra vision. I can't see a dang thing. Hey man, I feel that. As soon as I step away from this tunnel, it is pitch black. Human druid bold move. Yeah. As somebody who didn't really think this through beforehand, that is something I'm coming to realize, because multiple people have said that to me. Like the first character I ran into that was like, hey man, you probably should have done a halfling if you wanted to do a druid. And I was like, nah, I'll be fine. And then it was dark outside, and I was like, oh, holy shit. Decisions were made. It's because humans have horrible night vision. That's why, like, if you see me running out here at nighttime, it's just me. And it's, like, pitch black. But some of the races have like natural night vision, like dark elves being one of them, where they can look out and they see basically just like it's daytime. Of course, you can't be a dark elf druid, but it's just an example. But like this is what it looks like when I take my torch off. This is how dark it gets when my torch is off of my druid. So it's pretty drastic. It's drastic enough that like I'm worried about going out and dying again. Ooh, Blade of Carnage. Like this Blade of Carnage has totally different stats on it than what it does on live. It's damage 15, delay 23. But on live, it's damage 15, delay 20. So I don't know when that was changed. Is that the only reason that's easily solved when you get your vision spell? What benefit does a human have over halfling? Don't they have high charisma for cheaper prices or something? Halfling also has a 5% experience bonus. That's like another natural advantage they have. I'm trying to think of a spell that druids get to improve vision. I'm pretty sure they end up getting a spell at like level 9 or 14 that fixes that problem. Yeah, that is huge. Other than doggy form around 54, yeah. I'm sure there is another spell out there that ends up increasing it. I never tried a Bard. Yeah, Bard was pretty cool from what people have told me as well. Bard would be very useful having Bard speed. But I don't think there's been any quality of life additions to P99 for Bard. So I don't think that you can hit like melody and your character just cycles through 4 or 5 songs like it does on live. I think on P99 you actually have to click individually the spells that you want, unless I'm wrong. But yeah, tactical, the 5% boost on halflings for experience is massive. I mean, if you think about it, from 1 to 60, what's 5% of 60? You'd have that huge jump, and that's got to help major for hell levels. Form of the Howler, Wolf plus Spirit of Wolf speed, and Ultra Vision. Yeah, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy to remember all the advantages and disadvantages of some of the choices and base EverQuest. Alright. Tree Bro. Alright, so let's go out here and see if we can find something to kill. I'm a new player and I picked up a human Shadow Knight, so I ran into this problem dying all the time. I'm level 13, living in Butcher Block, but I'm about to try West Corona. Luckily, I found out I got a vision spell later, so I'm sticking with this, but one interesting thing I found is being human, the paladins and priests don't kill me. Kind of having a weird experience. Butcher Block is a gold dungeon, maybe I mistyped. So, yeah, because with you being a human, you're a naturally, like, neutral, good race. Even if with you being a Shadow Knight, I don't think knocks down your faction enough to make you kill, like KOS to some of the good races. Spirit of the Shrew gives Ultra Vision, but that's Lost Dungeons and Norath expansion. RIP. But yeah, you and me both are new players on this server, so this is my first EQ time, never played any other version, just P99, so it's a really unique experience. Okay, so I'm pretty familiar with EverQuest in general, but this is my first time on the actual P99 Green server, so we're both kind of experiencing that. But being a brand new EverQuest player on P99, that's got to be kind of a shock. Because you are playing the most hardcore version of EverQuest that you can play. But you've made it to level 13, so number one, you're already doing pretty good at making your way there. Because I've always felt like the first 10 levels are like the most difficult levels to make it through, starting a new character, because you're just an auto melee attacker with maybe some spells. Your character doesn't actually start to develop uniqueness until, like, 14, 15, 16. Shadow Knights are fun, though. I have a lot of fun with those. You have the potential to be a really good soloer. Because you can life tap to heal yourself. You have a pet that can help you eventually. I didn't know it, but I wanted an old school RPG experience, I guess. I was really doing bad, but I got level 9 and it made it solo for me easier. I guess it does get quite a bit easier for you. Especially once you get into your 30s, I would normally say. You'll have a lot of ability to actually start surviving on your own. Because here pretty soon, if you don't have it already, you're going to get the ability to feign death. Which means, like, if you're about to die, you have a spell you can cast called Feign Death that makes your character look like you're dead, so enemies stop attacking you. You can use that to survive in a lot of potentially bad situations. So you picked a pretty good class, in my opinion, as your first class. All right. Let's see. It's a puma. And if the group wipes, you can feign death and take a number 2 while they scramble to salvage. You got that right. You've got one of the best perks in the game between like monks, necromancers, and shadow knights, the feign death. So when everybody else around you is actually dying, you can just panic feign death and let them deal with the problems. It is. That's a huge bonus to know that you don't have to run back when everybody else does. That's another reason why I like Druid, is because we get a spell called Sucker. Everyone just calls it evac. You can like basically teleport the entire group to a safe spot in the zone. I look forward to progressing my character. I like cherish the items people have given me. I just killed ghouls, but I think at level 13, I'll go very carefully look at bandits. See? Yeah, you got the right idea. EverQuest, especially the version of EverQuest that we're experiencing now, is very much testing the waters. Like, the whole point is to basically kind of, you know, dip your toes in at certain areas to see if you think it's going to be worthwhile. Especially as a soloer. You can stop and fight stuff for a little bit, or if you need to, like, you can run to a zone line, go to a different area. I guess I might need to... it might be a good idea for me to go maybe to North Row. Because at least in North Row, we might be able to find some bandits or the dervish camps. Or maybe we can make our way to the orcs over towards Nectalos. Oh, I almost died from fall damage. That's a genius move. Not 2 deaths in the same stream. I need to add a death counter. I'm gonna have a death counter that's like deaths that are my fault and deaths that are somebody else's fault. And clearly, I'm going to be putting all the deaths at somebody else's fault, because it couldn't possibly be my fault. But it's the people who play this game, the only reason that I stayed. I was actually trying my best searching around, trying to figure out what to do, but it's truly an MMO, and I have other people to teach me how to play. Yeah, you've picked a really good version of EverQuest to start playing, because EverQuest was always known for being tight-knit communities, and ostracizing people that are kind of dicks, at least in my experience. And P99 seems like it's a very tight-knit community of people. Because there are people who are playing this game, obviously, because they truly love it. So I would not have found the secret villain underground lair to Qeynos unless someone taught me. I was reading chat. Death not my fault. It's chat. Exactly. That's why, like, I'm gonna have 2 columns for deaths, where I can just put all the death causes to chat or somebody else. But yeah, EverQuest was always known for like tight-knit communities because there aren't a whole lot of people on each individual servers, even from back in the day. So the people who play this game are continue to play it because they love it. So you're gonna find lots of people who will be willing to either help you, you know, teach you what to do, what places to go, help you do corpse runs if you die, stuff like that. That's what I missed more than anything about EverQuest. Because if you go to an EverQuest live server now, especially one that's kind of dead and or dying, you're not going to find anybody there to help you most of the time. Because almost everybody on live EverQuest servers, whenever they're playing by themselves with like 6 characters. But on P99, there's only 1 person per household normally. So if you see multiple characters, you know that it's typically multiple different people. And lots of super friendly people. I mean, just in the time that I've played my Druid, I've had multiple people go out of their way to help, like, bind my soul or give me platinum and stuff like that. Except for your mercenary who's never AFK or drunk or generating drama. You're damn right. You are damn right. Mercenary soloing, or moloing that I call it, that is the way to go on live EverQuest. Ooh. I swear, like, it would make this leveling experience so much easier if A, I could see at nighttime, and B, I had a better weapon. You died in a bad spot and people helped me when I was level 7. I fell in the water in Blackborough and thought it was over because all my money and stuff. Even had to use Locate Corpse ability to find my body in the dark, which is hilarious. Actually had to use the spooky D&D spell. Yep. I will always remember one of my first, like, most regrettable deaths in this game was in a zone called the Over There. It's a massive zone in Kunark where you'll end up getting there eventually. It's just massive. There are tons of spots where you can literally fall to your death in that game if you're not paying attention. And I remember, oh my god, it's a lion. We're fucked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Angry lion, better strafe run. But there's a... Oh, I'm gonna die. That is a big rip. Yeah, I remember one of my first big deaths was in the Over There. I remember I just turned on auto run, and I stepped away from my desk to get like a Dr. Pepper or something when I was like 14. And whenever I came back, I was staring at my corpse, like in a pit somewhere. No, because you still zoned. So I died, and I was at my respawn point, butt naked. And I didn't remember where I died. I didn't remember how I died. I just remember I was somewhere in the Over There. So I was talking to my guild, and I was like, I have no idea where my corpse is. I stepped away for just a second. I came back and had nothing. So, like, my entire guild was searching for people. My entire guild was searching for people, searching in the Over There for my corpse. I remember it was like this epic search party of people, and they were like, where did you think you fell? And I was like, I'm sure it was in one of the holes somewhere in the Over There, which isn't very specific, because there's the giant crevice in the center of the zone where the Howling Stones is. I remember getting trained on and Crushbone on a regular basis. Oh, Crushbone was horrible, yeah. As a new player, here's something hilarious. I realized that there's a player corpse right before Fibby Darkpaw, or whatever connects to the guards at Qeynos. This means the poor guy literally walked out to the first zone and got clapped. Like, geez, this is a brutal game? Yes. Classic EverQuest is not not new person friendly. Necro Summon Corpse not an option. For some reason at the time it wasn't tactical. I don't know if we just didn't have any Necros or what. Like he probably quit. There's been a few times I've wanted to quit because of a death, so I can totally understand that. That experience I had in the Over There was one of the reasons I kind of wanted to quit back in the day. Of course, I was in like a super friendly, gigantic guild at the time, and they helped me find my character, but there are times like that, yeah. Walking out of Qeynos, though, and getting clapped by Fippy Darkpaw that's a memorable way to die, though. At least you can joke that you got killed by one of the greatest legends of all time in EverQuest, which you might not understand that reference, Coleman, because you're kind of new to EverQuest, but Fippy Darkpaw he's kind of a legend in the game. So much so that one of the original progression servers was named after him. Yeah, he never rests, he just assaults the town 24/7. Yep. Fippy Darkpaw is a classic EverQuest character. You can probably say that to almost anybody who's played EverQuest and they understand what you're talking about with Fippy Darkpaw. He's almost, in my opinion, is like a legend, is a dragon called Carafirm, or the Sleeper, that a lot of people know of him as. He's almost like kind of a legend. Fippy versus Hugger. Hogger. So I think I'm basically just gonna have to... I need to find myself like a good camp. I think the orcs might be kind of not a good place to be, because they'll probably just kick my ass in groups. I have to mem my spells again. This game is too hard, man. Oh my god. The fungi staff is 23,000 platinum. Jesus. Who has that much platinum to shell out for a single purchase? 23,000? Holy crap. Alright, we're just going to make our way back over to the tunnel over here so we can safely mem our spells. That's a lot of begging attempts. That's true. I forgot that used to be like a thing that people would do. People would get their begging really up. Don't certain enemies attack you for trying to beg in their town as well? Or am I remembering that wrong? I couldn't really solo till I was 9 and someone gave me a Wraithbone hammer, which I'd give to you, but I'm sure you were nowhere near me. I appreciate it, thank you though, but I probably also couldn't use it either. Because a lot of the weapons in this game are like not class specific, but like archetype specific. They would, not sure if it's only on failed attempts in that and on a D4. Yeah, I could have sworn that beggars used to get killed in this game. I even accidentally attacked the guy you turn into Null Fangs, and he shot me. Yep. Yep. That is one thing I will say that's cool, is even if you attack somebody who's like an ally to you, if you attack them and they kill you, it's basically no harm, no foul. You don't lose faction with them unless you actually kill them. Yeah, it's because a Shadow Knight is what's called a hybrid caster. A Shadow Knight is technically a mix of a Necromancer and a Warrior. So you are only getting some of the spells that Necromancers have in addition to some of your own. So at level 9 as a Shadow Knight, you might have maybe 3 or 4 different spells from my understanding. But as a Druid, I get like 7 or 8 spells every 4 levels. So at level 9, I'm going to have like a full 2 pages of worth of spells. But Shadow Knights get spells like 15 levels later than a Necromancer would. So you might get like the same pet that a Necromancer might have at level 9, you might get that pet at 25. It just sounded like a strong character. I usually play like a healer or a cleric, so I tried something different. It's working, like I said, but it took till level 9. Yeah. Shadow Knight, like I said, they're a very efficient class, too. So... Alright. I'm actually buying a level 15 spells right now at level 13. It's a tip another player gave me before I went. Yeah, so like me, before I left Surefall Glade, which is the area I started at, I had all of my level 5 spells and almost all of my level 9 spells. Strictly just because, at least the important ones, strictly because I knew I wasn't going to be back there anytime soon. I only want to make that trek like every 10 levels. And a thing I like about Druids that I remember is that Druids, we actually start to get a lot of our spells at Druid rings across Norath. So like you might teleport to a new area. So say I teleport to West Corona. I might have a whole bunch of spells I can buy from West Corona at one level. And then my next set of spells, I probably won't buy except for at like a single zone across Norath somewhere. And Rivervale is right on the corner. Well, somewhat. Yeah, Rivervale is really close. So that's not going to be too bad. But running back to Surefall Glade is a absolute no. Unless it's only spells that I just will not get anywhere else. Running through Kithakor doesn't scare me as much as it used to, because I feel like there's a lot less enemies that get close to the zone wall. So as long as you're hugging the wall, you're typically fine. Surefall Glade is the Hawaii of America. Yeah. It is a long ways away. I'm pretty committed to my tune. I just had a crap experience with a fresh start. Exploiters. That's unfortunate. There are some people that will go out of their way to use cheats and exploits and stuff like that in some games. Live EverQuest is even one of those games where people will use certain programs to cheat and stuff like that, and it really does ruin the point of the game, in my opinion. So I'm sorry you had a bad experience at first with at least a separate server, but at least here on P99 that stuff is not tolerated. So you'll be in a pretty good spot to have some fun. There's like no cheating, none of that stuff, no real money trading. Surefall Glade is pretty out there. Yeah, Surefall Glade is a very nice area. I just kind of wish I had done either a halfling druid or a wood elf druid. Because at least with the wood elf druid, I'm super familiar with the area. I've leveled in Crushbone countless times. Ooh, we got a bag. Let's go sell this puppy. Like, look at games like New World, look at all the exploits people did, and it's all ruined. I was in Korea visiting my family, and I realized why Lost Ark works over there and not really in North America. Oh my god, yeah. I played a good chunk of Lost Ark, and I will not go back to it. What is going on here? Can I open this door? New World, I played a real small amount of, and I will never go back. New World just felt like a shell of an MMO. You start in Kelethin, the best spot. Yes, Kelethin is my favorite zone in the game. And it feels kind of cliche to say that because so many people say that because of the music and everything, but Kelethin is definitely A+. Best environment, in my opinion. Anyways, with all that, I feel like this game is the best place to experience the MMO ways. P99 is definitely, it's like the truest to classic EverQuest you're going to get for sure. So if that's the experience that you're wanting to have, then you've got a good place to go. Therion V is always going to be my home. That's one of the live EverQuest servers. That's going to be my home always because excuse me, because that's where I've been for so long. But I get why some people prefer. Let's sell this bag real quick, get our gold, pick up our other bag. Have you seen Unreal 5 project to emulate Kelethin? I have seen there's a YouTuber that has been uploading Unreal 5 EverQuest in some zones, and it looks insane. For PvE only, leveling up a character in New World is relaxing. The wood chopping is so satisfying. If you take it slow, it's a good game. New World seems like it was alright for me. I just don't like the combat in it. I don't like the graphics, and I don't really like the combat. Because it feels way too sluggish for me for it to be like an action MMO. But I get what you're saying, Tactical. I know some people really like New World. It's just an artistic take at this point as far as I know, not a true game client. It'll look pretty sweet. Oh yeah, no, it's... you're going to find some people that are so passionate about EverQuest, especially classic EverQuest, that a lot of their time and hobbies are spent emulating either EverQuest or like recreating it. There was a guy I was following on YouTube that rebuilt like the entire world of Norath in Minecraft. And I thought that was insane. He literally, like every zone he had completely rebuilt in Minecraft. So to see it in Unreal 5 as well is also cool. It was really entertaining because it was like these old school zones, but recreated in Unreal 5. So you still had like the same textures for the houses and stuff, but it was much, like you could tell the engine was insane for it. There's some really cool stuff out there for EverQuest. I feel like the most recent developer that bought and took over EverQuest kind of dropped the ball when it comes to developing a new EverQuest. Imagine building Solusec zones in Minecraft. Yeah. Like Sol A and Sol B. I think it would be cool, especially if somebody like added the monsters for it. Like imagine fighting like a Minecraft version of Lord Nagafen and Lady Vox. It's pretty cool. Okay, red. No. Sergeant Slate's over here messing up some enemies, I see. Tactical, I'm not sure if that's a link that you tried to post. I don't know why, but the bot normally catches it, so... I don't have any problem with links. I don't know why the bot sometimes does that, but if you tried to post a link, then my bad. Yesterday, you technically hit 11 3 times because of the experience loss. Yeah, that's a real thing, too. And Calaman, something else, which is kind of funny, speaking of like corpse runs and experience losses and things like that, there used to be a zone in EverQuest called Vishan's Peak. When it was originally introduced, it was a high-end raid zone for EverQuest. It's still in the game, but it used to be you required a key you had to keep on your person to get into it. And if you were in a raid in that zone and your character died and you didn't have the key, you couldn't get back into that zone to get your corpse. That was a very real problem that EverQuest had for a long time whenever this raid zone was released way back in the day. So we're talking like 2000, 2001. So imagine having a raid full of people and dying in that raid and not being able to get back in to get your corpse. And bear in mind, corpses decay after a period of time too. So like I think it was after 7 days. So say you died somewhere and you didn't get your corpse within 7 days and that corpse decayed, you lost everything on that character. It was a link for Lantern EQ. It's a reverse engineered EverQuest in development now. Oh, that's badass tactical. Lantern EverQuest? Yeah, I'll have to check that out. The guild's failure would need external help, then that sounds rough, like a coffin locking itself. Yeah. Yeah. Like a petition moment? Yeah. It's because of how that was ran that they ended up changing it, where eventually, whenever you unlock or you get flagged for zones, your keys are like bound to your character. So whenever you unlock something for the first time on that key, it gets tethered to your character like a character flag. So whenever you try to zone back in without the key, you can still get in and out of it. But it got to the point to where people would circumvent it. They would die. They would go in the zone. They would die at the start of the zone, like they would duel somebody and get killed at the start of the zone so they have an extra corpse. So whenever they were, like if they died into a different part of the zone or areas around it, they would be able to get resurrected straight back to that corpse by another character there. People would like log clerics out at the start of the zone, so if they wiped, they could log over to their cleric and they could start reviving people at the entrance to the zone on their separate characters. Because, you know, EverQuest characters will always find a way. But Vishan's Peak was like one of the first big messes, like a first big mess up, I would say, for the what used to be Variant Interactive, which was like Sony's EverQuest runner. Like they'd have white protection that they had to make themselves. That's cool. Sounds really brutal and messy. It was. EverQuest did not play around back in the day. They ended up revamping that zone like 4 or 5 different times because of how big of an issue it was, both with getting people in and out, things like that. It's things like that in EverQuest that always kind of crack me up. Because it did used to be a whole separate beast back in the day. Okay, we might have to run. Yeah, we're gonna run this. over here. Zone line. Being sent to your blind spot after death is such a pain at times in this game. Yeah. I always called it like the adding insult to injury moment, especially if your bind point was super far away. Yeah, not all classes have that luxury. Another thing is not many melee classes have the luxury of being able to gate or teleport. So imagine if you go into some of the Kunark zones that are like you teleport in but you can't get out. Zones like Cebalus, some of the other high-end zones where if they do have a teleport in, the teleport out is like on the other side of the zone. Things like that as a melee character makes it way more difficult. Man, med times and stuff take forever. That's funny. Gate requires like more than half of my mana. Jesus. Well, all right. I'm actually going to wrap things up here. I got to get up and get moving around. We'll probably be back to streaming, not tomorrow or Friday. Well, maybe Friday afternoon we'll be back to streaming. But yeah, thanks again for the follows and the subs, guys. Thanks for everybody who stuck around today. I appreciate it. We're going to get some more P99 action in this weekend. See what level we can get up to. We'll have to find us a group at some point. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is it for the stream today. Thanks for watching, and I will